The Freckle King. Marky liked himself a lot, but he especially liked his face. Liked that he could run his mouth and win just about any race. Liked that his eyelids blinked like two butterflies taking flight. Liked that his chin moved up and down to help him take his bites. Marky liked that his forehead refused to let him drop his hat. Liked that his temples were called temples, and that's all he'll say about that. Marky liked that his nose was good at sniffing out dirty socks. Liked that his cheeks held his smile so tight nothing could tear it off. Until one day, a grumpy man with a grumpy face told Marky his face wasn't right. "Look at all those freckles, kid, they're such an ugly sight. Like dirt on a rug, bugs in a bed, rain in a once blue sky." Marky repeated those words when he ran back home when his mother heard him cry. "That's not true," she said, "Marky, I promise you," wiping his tears with the soft of her sleeve. "Your freckles are like stars in the night, balloons at a party, shells on a beautiful beach. Your freckles are gold in a river, spots on a cheetah, the speckles of a kaleidoscope's twirl. Your freckles are candles on the cake of whoever will live longer than anyone else in the world." But Marky couldn't help but see himself through that cold and grumpy man's eyes. Wished every day was Halloween so his face could have a place to hide. "Maybe my freckles will loosen and fall out, as it happened with my teeth." Every night Marky hoped a freckle fairy would steal his freckles in his sleep. More than once he tried to wash them off and then tried to color them in. Marky's mother found him in his room one day making an art project of his skin, and not long later, "We're headed to the fair," she sung, holding his hand as they walked the tree-canopied streets. When they arrived, what Marky saw in the sun completely stopped his feet. A long line of kids with freckles counting freckles, all of them wishing they had more. "You've got a couple, but I've got a crowd. You've got 10, but I've got 44. You've got a serving, but I've got a banquet. You've got an audience. I've got a sold-out show. You've got a handful, but I've got an armload. You caught a snowflake, but I'm completely covered in snow." So Marky walked towards the kids in the line at a timid turtle pace. But as soon as they saw him, they oohed and they awed at the garden of freckles on his face. "How did you grow those? I've never seen so many. Not even Einstein could count that high. What's your secret? How did you happen upon such a gigantic supply?" Marky was wowed by the wow in their voices, his freckles blushing with pride, as he stood before the judge of the freckle contest when he reached the front of the line. "Oh my goodness," the judge declared, "I think we know who wins." Everyone cheered as Marky was crowned the city's Freckle King. Everyone but one. "Who is that crying?" Marky's mom wondered as they headed home from the fair. She was pointing to a girl with one freckle on a face swimming in 100 tears. Marky kneeled down in the grass beside her and asked if she was okay. "No," she said, "I've only got one freckle, which makes for an ugly face." "That's not true," said Marky. "I promise you," wiping her tears with the soft of his sleeve. "Your freckle is a star in the night, a balloon at a party, a shell on a beautiful beach. Your freckle is gold in a river, a spot on a cheetah, a speckle of a kaleidoscope's twirl. Your freckle is a candle on the cake of the youngest person in the whole entire world." The little girl smiled, and so did Marky's mother as they walked the sunset back home. And never again did Marky care to go anywhere without his own freckles in tow.